On a race day, we get to see plenty of action on the track, but what we don't get to see so much is what happens behind the scenes. Today at Snetterton, we'll be following the Bubble and Kick racing team and two first-time drivers as they compete in a 60-minute endurance race. Tell us a little bit about Bubble and Kick Racing.
Bubble and Kick Racing is a motorsport preparation company run by myself, my brother, and we've got a couple of other guys who work for us. So our role on a weekend like this is we've got one car which is being hired, which is the Mini you can see in the background. So customers come along and he's renting that for his first ever race this weekend, which is going quite well. But we'll also maintain and prepare other customers' cars. So we've got customers who own the cars themselves, but they may be in a position where they can't use a spanner or they have no idea what they're doing. So that's when we come into play. They get us to do all their pit management, they get us to look after the car, transport the car.
So what's the plan of action today then?
Well, first of all, the drivers have got to attend a mandatory briefing. It's really important these drivers go to this briefing. A lot of these drivers have never driven on this race circuit before, and it might be their first ever race. So the clerk of the course and the series organisers will talk them through a few key safety points, where you can get off the track if you need to, the pit lane procedure and things like that are really crucial because mistakes like that can be dangerous and costly.
Welcome to round 4 of Team Trophy at Snetterton. It's a hell of a lot drier than Donington if you haven't realised already. Hopefully it's going to stay this way all day. For people that don't know me, my name is Nick Rice. I'm the series coordinator for Track Day Trophy and Team Trophy. Obviously, Bubble and Kick awning, so the guys are supporting us again. Thank you for their awning, their hospitality, everything for the day.
You've got to remember both these car drivers are novices, so neither of them have ever driven this circuit in a race situation. They've done track days and things like that, but it's really important we get both of them up here and the cars, and we actually put them through their paces. We make sure the car's got no problems, we make sure the drivers are happy in the cars, and most importantly they're familiar with the circuit. You know, it makes it a lot more difficult if they just turn up on race day and go straight out and not seeing it. So the test days are really important, and most people you'll find are here testing as well on Friday. So Mark, yours is obviously going to be this one. Okay, you guys are looking out for the yellow one. Okay. So what we'd normally do is we'll put your position at the top. Yeah. We'll then do your lap time, which will obviously be the lap you've just previously done. Okay. And then under that, what we'll do is time remaining in the session. So you'll see a number which will come down. So we'll obviously start on 30. You'll probably see it in increments of sort of 2.5. So it'll probably be 28, 26, come down like that. And yours will be the same, but you've only got 3 boards. Okay, so yours will be, that'll be your position, your lap time, and time left in the session.
Basically my role is I've got to make sure the cars are set up before the cars go out, and I don't do it on my own. If it wasn't for the team, half of it wouldn't be done anyway. But you know, I'm more in charge of making sure that it's all set up, everything's where it should be. The day before we go out, we're still working hard. The spanners are still out all over the floor. I think they're still there now, to be honest. But no, my role even before we even get to the circuit is to make sure the cars are absolutely perfect. They're ready to go. The driver knows exactly his setup, so I need to be able to say it's got to roll off the tongue. You know, there's no point flicking through a book saying, "Oh, I don't know." In the driver's mind, he needs reassurance that we know the car better than him, and we know the car better than the car even knows itself.
Team Trophy is a race mainly designed at novices or someone who's just got their novice cross and they want to start getting a little bit more experience under their belt. The race is designed for 2 drivers, so it's a 60-minute race. There'll be a 15-minute pit window open up in the race, and in that 15 minutes the driver's meant to come in, change to their other driver, and then they go back out. So it gives them a lot of scope to change around drivers. It's a mini endurance race, definitely, yeah. 2 drivers have got to get their timing right, they've got to get the pit stops right. If they can both lap fairly consistently, they're in with a good chance. But you can do it as a single driver, it just means you get a 15-second time penalty. So if you want to race by yourself, you can still do it, it's still eligible. 2:46, and he is 8th in class. 2:46 was his last time.
A bit different this morning, the track was a lot cooler. I was trying to do some slight adjustments to my own driving ability this morning, trying to brake harder than I was yesterday.
Yeah, it was going really, really well. I've put in a few good laps, and then coming towards the end of it, the drive shaft popped out of it, so I had no drive left.
and it looked like the drive shaft slipped out, which is it's something which we'd get in testing, probably, you know, without a doubt, simply because it's got a new gearbox. The car's not technically set up for a 6-speed box, and all it seemed to be was there's a bearing which holds the drive shaft in, and it slipped out. It looked horrific, simply because when it came in, unfortunately, the chaps there, I don't know how, but they managed to, I think they just floored it and ripped the front bumper off. So everyone thought it was a massive shunt. To be honest, it was harder to put the bumper back on than it was the drive shaft. Take the drive shaft out, re-grease it, make sure it's okay, bolt it back in.
What advice were you giving him?
Mainly to remember to enjoy it is the first thing. A lot of people forget to do is change gear in their first race. They get off the line, think, oh, I made a really good start, and then all of a sudden they've forgotten to change gear properly, so then they lose loads of places. So it's just simple little things like that.
Nick, we're here in the assembly, ready to go. How are you feeling?
Well, we're here at last. I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. I feel ready. The guys have done a cracking job getting the car ready. It's been consistent over the last day and a half. So yeah, looking forward to getting out there and practicing what I've been learning.
Last minute nerves?
Yeah, I'm getting a bit nervous now, but just get out there and do the best I can, really.
As the cars file out of assembly onto the track, really the Bubble and Kick team have done all they can. Now it's down to the skill of the drivers.
Mark's 10th in class, 2 minute 36. Well, 20 minutes in, the pit window opened 5 minutes ago. It's going to stay open for 15 minutes. We're going to bring in our Mini any second now. We want to get him in as early as possible to try and get him out there in some free space. The pit lane's going to get quite congested in about 6-7 minutes, so if we can beat that rush, it should make up a lot of time.
Did you cut that out? Yeah?
So we're doing good. We've got 10th and 6th in class, so hopefully we'll make up some places in the pit stops.
Do you know what I mean? We've not noticed a massive difference in your times at all, so obviously it's a pain in the arse, but I wouldn't worry too much.
Second gear.
Right, it's going really well. Thanks, mate. Go for it. Did it. Certainly had some scary moments.
Did you have an off at all?
No. Okay.
So Nick, how was it? Your first race, you've done it.
It was fantastic. There was a brief moment when the lights came on where the nerves came back, and suddenly like, whoa, hang on, what do I do? Oh yeah, I remember. Frustrating, they called me in just as I'd taken a Porsche that I've been trying to catch up with all the time. And I gradually stepped up, and he's the next class up, so yeah, delighted. Buzzing in case you haven't noticed.
From our pit perch, we can just about see our Mini coming back on the back of a recovery truck, so something's not gone quite according to plan, but we'll head over in a bit and see what's gone wrong.
Mark, what happened?
I think it's the same problem as that happened in qualifying. I think the drive shaft's popped out again. Just lost all drive. Shame.
We're going to start with Class D. Third in Class D in the Applied Way Solutions 2 with Steve Andrew and John Davies Roberts. Well done, guys.
Nico, give us a summary of the day then.
Well, I think, as you can see, everyone's leaving pretty happy. The race was great, no reported incidents, and no one had to go to clerk of the course to have a slap on the wrist. A few cars didn't finish, including one of ours, but that's all part of racing. We've just had the closing sort of ceremony, if you like. All the drivers got their trophies, a few other awards. That's been a really great weekend. Now we roll on to Cadwell Park in a few weeks' time for the next round.
I would say that Nick's had a really good day. I'm really pleased that he's gone through this journey, the beginning of a long journey, but you know, the first step really well. A very accomplished drive. Took it all in his stride, and I'm just really chuffed for him. You know.
End of the day, your first race, how did it all go?
Still buzzing, absolutely fantastic. I've enjoyed every minute of every second that I've been here. Yeah, it's been brilliant. Car's intact, we're all intact. The co-drivers had a good time. All the training and learning we've been doing together has paid off, and now the children are enjoying watching it. So yeah, really good. Thank you.
Do you think we'll see you back on the racetrack soon?
Try and keep me away.
I had a really good day and enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
Is this something you're going to be continuing to do?
Oh, definitely, 100%. Yeah. I've been looking at getting into it for a while, but this is going to push me even further. Definitely.
The Bubble and Kick team are packing up on a day that hasn't quite gone according to plan, but nonetheless, it's been enjoyed by everyone, including our 2 new drivers. That's it for Full Speed Racing for this week. We'll see you again in 2 weeks' time.